All right, everybody, welcome back to Pleb League PC. We're in our, I believe, second play day, the second match here of this play day. In fact, it will be Don't Lose Sight versus SIMPSTATION Gaming. Taking place on Coastline, we will see the Jackal band coming out first and in the foreground. Jackal being a very common band, especially on a pretty straightforward fragging map like Coastline, definitely doesn't bring me too much surprise. Taking a look at the next operator ban, though, that does bring a little bit of surprise, seeing the Monty get banned. I think Monty can be a pretty influential operator when he's played in the right circumstances, especially on objectives on the first floor, considering things like the blue bar, sunrise, as well as in kitchen. A smoke ban, though, is even more unusual than the Monty itself. We're definitely going to be seeing a lot of fast-paced action with the Monty and the smoke both taken out. That removes a lot of the turtle factor that we'll see for both sides. And to add things, we'll see the Valkyrie get banned as well. She can definitely bring a lot of intel game into the proposal here, and having her go away will probably mean less runouts or maybe even more aggressive runouts. It's really hard to tell, but to see her get removed definitely is something you could expect here for a Coastline pick. There's a ton of really sneaky spots you can get those black eye cameras in, so we will see that get removed. But to move into the very first round here, it will be Don't Lose Sight, the blue team starting off with the defense. We're going to be heading up to Hookah Lounge and Billiards for the very first round. Corsinator going to make a sixth pick, the Bandit over towards the Maestro. So definitely a little bit of a sneaky play there. Maestro sees a tad bit more play on a site like Hookah, especially considering the fact there's not a whole lot of wall-oriented play, though with the Habana in here for this match, we could see that be a little bit of a prevalent factor. It's hard to say just yet, but she has been selected by SIMPSTATION in their lineup. Combining that with the IQ, as well as possibly some of the Zophia's lifeline gadget, we could definitely see that become a problem for the defense, especially if they choose to hold pretty bog standard on the objective. We'll go ahead and give the defense a little bit of time so they can get everything set up on site.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb. Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Ooh, we got a little bit of an aggressive peek coming out here. Will be KZ on the dock, holding that angle, maybe looking for somebody to push up early up the hookah stairs and onto the balcony. Very well could be Luna playing on the Nomad to make that first decision, though she's actually going to rotate. Play over here towards the window, possibly even go for an upside down rappel. Nope, just going to get positioned up on the rooftop. We've already got 3 players up there, so they're probably going to be utilizing the hatches, some of the vertical play you can get through the rooftop down into the courtyard. Another thing to focus on, possible roam coming from Extortion. Going to throw an impact up, which will, I believe, remove all of those Cabana pellets off of the wall. So that gadget use early, definitely a good thing to see. Cabana will maybe decide to pull it out again. We'll have to wait, though, and doesn't look like that'll be the plan just yet. Ooh, Extortion could make a smart play on the roam here if he decides to come in through office. The Claymore is in place, and Buck looks to be prepared for this roam. Smart play and good teamwork coming out from SIMPSTATION to shut this down early. If Extortion had been successful on that roam, he could have completely thrown this round off course, but he actually was going to completely fail in his objective, taking a ton of damage in the process, and they're just going to move on without it. Nope, somebody in the kitchen could try to contest. The first kill will come out. It'll be Madam Zeroni credited with it on the IQ. Another kill could be possible here. It'll actually be Corsinator who's going to hit that shot right onto the chest. KZ will drop down the hatch, hit a headshot onto the Buck involved in this game's first gunfight, as you saw earlier. The Claymore, though, it looks like he didn't see it. It just tiptoed over it. That'll be the IQ second pick of the round. A dubious circumstance there, to say the least. With 55 seconds, we will be preparing to see the final execute from SIMPSTATION. So 3-on-3, pretty even odds, and Corsinator still holding fast inside of Aquarium. Getting a little bit of that last-minute drone work done here, coming up the Cool Vibes stairs. This doorway into Hookah has yet to be open, and what a shot! Legion just quick peeks there and absolutely taps the head to shut down Nomad. Again, it'll be those X-Kairos pellets getting shut down. A nice job from Shox. Actually is able to take down all 6 of them off the wall. Fairy Blades will hit the head, shutting down Shox, and a good pick there with 10 seconds left. The offense are going to be forced to push up the stairs right into the waiting arms of the defense. Will be Jaeger on a 2K to shut down 2 of the offensive members. Just don't lose sight. They shut down this execute and take round number 1. So, something to look back on in this round as we just saw. It seemed like the attack, the plan that came out from the offense, was a little bit too focused, I think, on the bottom floor. Yes, they had that smart Claymore placement that did eventually get a kill, but it was kind of off of a whim, and the attempted roam, while it was unsuccessful, they never were able to shut down Extortion completely, and I think that definitely hurt them. Having him be able to stay alive and always be a big question mark for the offense on the first floor hindered them greatly. Another thing to question was really, I think, their overall plan. I mean, once you take control of the first floor, especially on a fight like this, the second floor is really going to be a huge issue. You're going to have to funnel up the two sides. I mean, maybe you could make a case for rappelling up through the courtyard. I've never seen that be successful for a team, and it's really kind of a betting man's play that would just not go well in any attempt here. And so I think SimStation, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board when they try to take that bomb site next. Though, with a successful defense for Hookah, we will be switching bomb sites. Now, going to the first floor, kitchen, and stock. A good lineup here from the defense. Yet again, I'd like to see the Mozzie and the Mute combo there with the Shox and Corsinator respectively, shutting down any drone work, a possibility for the offense completely removed.
ADS up and running. Test deployed. Deploying jammer. Ready to push them out.
All things pretty quiet here, except it will be the air jab shot out. Pika pockets on the Zofia, maybe going for a little bit of a pre-fire into Sunrise Bar. Little does she know, I think there's actually somebody playing here. It will be Andy Way, who's hiding behind the couch. He might be able to find a quick early pick here. Kind of depends on the attackers and how well they drone him out. 2 men stacked up inside of the pool waiting room area, and we're really just going to be waiting to figure out whether or not he does find success. A nice headshot there. He collects on it through the wall, taking out a drone as well, and there's still 2 men just trying to wait for any opportunity here on the aquarium balcony. If he's able to persist inside of Sunrise, I think this is definitely going to be a huge time sink and another huge problem for SimStation. Allowing him to stay here and, you know, after he's been able to find a pick, shutting down Zofia, removing those lifelines, and wasting so much time here. I mean, we're at 1 minute and 30 seconds. The attackers haven't cleared him out, they haven't killed him, and they haven't taken any substantial control on the west side of the first floor. Maybe a little bit of a difference in control on the top floor, however. It'll be the Vigil on a flank hiding inside of Hookah. He will be able to find one. The crossfire, the attempt at it will be shut down. Corsinator able to find another one. The Vigil player, Extortion, is finding more and more kills in this round. He's taken a lot of damage, but being able to shut down 2 players so far, a great job on this roam. Don't lose sight. They're definitely doing a great job to start things out here. Andy's still persisting inside of the Cool Vibes, or rather inside of the Sunrise Bar, will be taken out. The Corsinator, he is right, ready to get into the action, trading him out, shutting down Nomad, and securing round number 2 for the defense. We talked about it a little bit earlier, or I guess I talked about it here on the solo cast, that The offense, it seemed like in the beginning, they had a smart idea. The teamwork looked good, especially in shutting down that initial roam. And I think that's definitely still something you could say and make a case for here for SIMPSTATION. Though they have a little bit of an issue when it comes towards the execution side of things. And frankly, they're kind of stubborn when they try and get something set up. I think seeing the player go down inside
Defenders, protect
of
your bombs and
Sunrise
defeat the
early in
nearby
that round, I believe it was the Zofia player of Pika inside of the waiting room there, just on the northwest corner of the first floor of the building. I think seeing that, they should have made the decision, either we completely commit to it, we're going to have everybody push in here, get the drones going, get that utility, maybe get an air jab from Nomad shot behind there so he's not allowed to play in the sofa corner. Maybe that would have been the decision they needed to make, or maybe they needed to just give it up completely. But I think what they did was kind of a watered-down mix of both. They sort of half tried to
10
peek it,
seconds left.
half tried to engage with him there, and what that did is it really just gave
5 seconds
him
left.
the upper hand. He didn't have to worry about any other third-party factor affecting him. He was
Attackers
just
objective
allowed to
is to
remain,
defuse a bomb.
hide there, peek when he wanted to on his own terms, and that's something you definitely cannot be giving the defense if you're SIMPSTATION. Only 2-0 so far, definitely not irreachable for the offense to claw it back here, but they definitely need to figure out some of the basic things that are going wrong and try to iterate on that. We've seen SIMPSTATION be mostly successful throughout Season 3, and I think they're definitely one of those teams that are pretty slept on, though if given the opportunity, they can clutch up big and start to really hurl some curveballs at any team they go up against. We'll be seeing, it looks like an attempt at a push through pool entrance, but it's hard to say just yet. We've got a little bit of an extended roam here, maybe towards the office side. A top floor roam clear could be something that helps the offense out, give them a little bit of vertical pressure to unlock possibilities on the below bomb site, but we're really just going to be waiting. Extortion looks to be on the roam once again. We saw him be so effective in the previous round on Vigil. Now, though, switching over to the Ella. We've got 2 picks so far, creeping up through luggage hallway. He might be able to find even more, though we'll have to just wait and see. Again, it's that waiting game. He does go down, though. It'll be the IQ player, Madame Zeroni, taking a little bit more damage than she might have wanted to, but overall, she will come out on top. The Buck player of Nook's wife, I love that name, getting the vertical play opened up, using the skeleton key to the utmost. But the defense, again, they're still kind of in the driver's seat. They're not playing into the attacker's hands by trying to hold in blue bar. A lot of amateur teams will make that mistake. It's not a very defensible bomb site. Fairy Blades will build, though, on the man advantage, establishing a 3v5. Hitting one shot, though. Oh, no. What a shot. Of course, just did her dirty. Using the UMP, the hollow sight just lines it up there. That'll put things in a 3-on-4. With a minute on the clock, the offense needed to step things up. They need to put it into the full gear and try and shut down the defense. I think they're being a little bit too passive. We still see, a player trying to maybe go look towards VIP, maybe Peter. And it's honestly kind of past that point. 40 seconds on the clock. Andy has been allowed to rotate back into blue bar, and there's absolutely no control of the courtyard whatsoever. And that's another mistake that SIMPSTATION they're going to need to fix. You need to capitalize on these core pillar places of the map, and that's really not what we're seeing. I mean, a 4-on-3, they've got the man advantage. What they need to do now is drone things out and get the site control. Pika will find one. The Coordinator able to find himself a kill. It'll be the IQ flying into the kitchen, shutting down course on the castle, and things will be left up to Andy. He's on the Jaeger. He's got the gun and the operator to get the clutch, but we'll have to wait and see if he has the individual skill to get it done. He's trying to shoot through the window here, though, unfortunately. Just going to be the Buck, I believe, baiting back and not taking the full gunfight. A smart play and definitely the one you want to be making here. Though, with roughly 20 seconds left on the diffuser, things are not looking good for Andy. Though, with 2 attackers on low health, it won't matter anyway. A SIMPSTATION in the post plant, they shut things down and do a good job securing themselves around here as we move into number 4 of this matchup.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Apologies for that short break, but we are right back into the action on round number 4, the sole map in this best of 1 play day for Don't Lose Sight versus SIMPSTATIon. Taking a look at the statistics, I think I've got an important point to break down and focus upon, and that will be the fact that in the 2 prior rounds, number 1, number 2, that was Hookah and Kitchen, for those of you following along at home, we saw neither of them had a successful plan. Though in the previous round, we just saw the diffuser, it went down, in the attack, they played it perfectly. They didn't get aggressive, they didn't play into Andy's, what really is his pro, I mean, you know, giving him gunfights, and that's something you need to focus on when you're a good team that's having a little bit of struggle in a match like this. Once you've got that diffuser down, that is such a huge advantage, and so to try and peek, try and play aggressive, is a huge and very easy way to squander that, so it's great to see SIMPSTATIon not fall for that very amateur, simple mistake. They're going to push in, maybe do an aggressive push. We've got Madame Zeroni, will be droning the Buck Nook's wife into the office, and maybe giving them a little bit of that early intel. A room clear from south to north on the first floor here, I think could be good. It really all depends on how you execute it. Going for, you know, just a simple kind of one-sided push in from the office, maybe not what I would suggest. Going instead, maybe having somebody come in from Sunrise after you droned it out and maybe made it to the bar could be a better idea, but with the player still just hiding on the east side of the map, it's hard to say how successful things will be so far, though Extortion might just flank into the waiting arms of the Buck. He's got the lineup ready. Oh no, the Buck goes for the shotgun. Unfortunate timing. The IQ, though, won't be successful. Oh, the shot, though, comes out from the Vigil. Taps the head and shuts down Nook's wife. The IQ player, Madame Zeroni, has already taken a serious amount of damage in the prior gunfight, as we just saw in Extortion. He's perfectly fine. He'll just flank off here. He's already done his job and shutting down the Buck. That's your soft destruction, primarily the vertical play off the board. Your Buck removed. Definitely something to be counting on as a big plus for the side of Don't Lose Sight. 2-1 here. The Habana looks like has been successful, though Pika Pockets will take a serious confrontation here, the luggage window. He's going to try to go back. The Doc peeks him and finds one. Will he be successful in finding another? It's hard to say just that. He will be a double kill for KZ, and what a job to shut them down. Don't Lose Sight look to be in a strong position to close things out on round number 4. The angle being held from the roof above could be the ticket to shutting down the defense if they try to play too aggressive, but it will be another pick to come out from Extortion, his second of the round, 4th overall. Definitely a good sign to see here, and it'll be another pick to come out, a flawless round from Don't Lose Sight. So, with that all wrapped up, round number 4, we will be reaching approximately the halfway point. We've got a single round left here until we will be heading to what will decide it all, whether or not we'll be seeing a 4-2 split or a 5-1 split. And taking things at face value, I would give SSG, SIMPSTATIon, a chance at getting to 4-2, a little bit over a 5-1. I think Don't Lose Sight, they've definitely got a good idea on how to shut down SIMPSTATIon, but if SSG kind of realizes that and shakes things up to try and throw Don't Lose Sight off, we could be seeing a little bit of a better adaptation. It's really hard to say in such a kind of crazy match like this. That's honestly the only way to describe it, really, because anything could happen. I mean, Don't Lose Sight, they could pull out some crazy rank strat to shut them down. Or, you know, maybe SIMPSTATIon, they kind of figure out what they need to do in terms of coordination and teamwork to be successful. A lot of things left up on the board here. So will be Nook's wife's drone just sitting there on the aquarium table. I'm not sure if Vigil saw that. Maybe he's letting it stay there so he doesn't get spotted, though I think that's a little bit late. He will remove the drone anyway, so that is gone off the board. The lineup from the side of SIMPSTATIon stays mostly the same. So I'm not sure if maybe that's them feeling pretty comfortable with that lineup, or maybe that's just all of what they've practiced for. I would suggest, obviously, remembering that we've got the Jackal ban here. I think that's definitely causing a lot of issues for them, and it doesn't allow them really the full ability to coordinate. Having something like a Lion could be a little bit more helpful. Fairy Blades will shut down Shocks, though the Pulse player cut down early. I think he tried to peek the kitchen window, and that's unfortunately just a huge cardinal mistake. You do not want to be giving that up. There's so many angles to worry about there. So your Pulse goes down, and that's a single possibility of a Nitro Cell removed, and we'll be leaving things up to Corson in the attempt to deny a plant via the explosive means. The Vigil's still just waiting here. Oh no. We might have been seeing Andy lag out here. He's just moving back and forth. But back to the action on the east side of the building. We'll see the Habana be successful. She opens up a part of the wall looking into kitchen and two sections looking into keg. She might be even able to find a kill here with the mute kind of precariously positioned near the corner rotate. But, oh no, the TK extortion. He shuts down Andy. I think that was because Andy had that issue with him either being stuck or lagging. It's hard to say, really. There we go. So Andy is gone here. And that's unfortunate, but you kind of have to accept things like that do happen. But it will put SimStation in a great position to win around here. 3-on-5. Though we've seen a lot of these players, notably Extortion and Corson, they can definitely explode and go big. Fairy Blades will shut down Corson, though. It's a 2-on-5. Watching the flank will be key here, though. We've got Extortion. He's able to find one. This could be the start of something big, especially with the diffuser going down just outside of Courtyard. If he's allowed to just stay in this position and somebody on their lonesome tries to go pick up the diffuser, we could very well see him get fed another kill. And if he works together with KZ on the Wamai, I think we definitely still could see the chance of a clutch come out for Don't Lose Sight, especially with the momentum they've been able to build so far, winning the first two rounds as well as the round we just saw prior. They could be in a winning situation. It's really hard to tell. There's a lot that can affect something like this. Oh no, I think the drone just saw a trace of him. I believe they will recover the diffuser. The Buck swings and shuts down the Vigil. It'll be left up to KZ. He gets killed immediately. Pika Pockets not giving any chance or any opportunity to react there. It will collect another round. 3-2 here, and things are looking good. We might be going to a rehost, though. We'll have to wait and see, so I imagine that will probably mean a short break while we get everything back in order. All right, apologies for that short break. We had to get everybody back in the lobby after the unfortunate disconnect. Oh, okay. I think we're gonna be heading right back to another rehost while we get everything fixed. Hopefully, we should be good. No? Is it? Okay. Well, we're just gonna play it out here and act like nothing happened. Interesting selection for the operators here. Yeah. All right, everything's good. We hope you stick with us real quick while we get everything back in order.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Oh boy. Okay. All right, I think we're ready to go and get back into the action here. Round number 6, the final round before we will see the side switch, and this is what will decide whether or not we'll see a 4-2 or a 3-3 split. Coming off of that last round, we saw SIMPSTATION find success, shutting down the roam and doing a great job to ultimately figure out what was necessary in order to shut down the attackers. Or rather, the defenders, and now as we switch, we will figure out whether or not they're going to be able to equalize or maybe have a little bit more trouble. I think, given the history, they'll have a decent attempt to win the round here, especially going back to Kitchen. If we look at it in the past, just coming off of a Kitchen round, they weren't successful. But in previous rounds, number 2, we saw Don't Lose Sight. When they weren't down a player off of a unfortunate glitch, they did win overall. So we'll be looking again to see maybe a little bit of a change, though I think the strat from Don't Lose Sight is exactly the same. The shield here is definitely giving me that idea, at least. So the bandit batteries on this wall might have a little bit of an effect of stopping the Habana. We saw a little bit earlier in the matchup. Habana was pretty effective in getting things open, and so having that instead of what we saw Quartz playing earlier with the mute could be a definite increase in their ability to sort of remain in control. It'll be entirely focused, all 4 of the electric batteries, on the south face of the objective and making sure that Habana can't really get anything done from inside of the main lobby. She'll have to push up down Rock's Hall and get a little bit of a better angle onto Kitchen, at least. And I don't think the Habana in this round is going to be anywhere near as successful as we saw last time. She definitely had a huge effect, I think, shutting down any possibility really for a rotate, as well as, I think, definitely just generally having an effect. Oh no, Extortion hides in the corner here, tries to swing out, and he's able to find one. It looks like he knows what the other is. Extortion finding 2 with a Vigil, shutting things down early, and oh no, SIMPSTATION, you guys need to figure this out quick and get things right back on course, otherwise Don't Lose Sight, they're going to be heading directly for a 4-2 split and switching over to the offense. There'll be another peak coming out, an aggressive play here from Andy. Fairy Blades will shut down Corson, so that'll be your bandit off the board. A late refrag, but getting a kill to at least attempt to get the man count back equalized is definitely something good to see.
My magnets will protect us. Ready for grenades.
Extortion will go down. Fairy Blades' second pick on this one, round number 6, and what that'll mean is we're at a 3-3. Well, Mai is going to attempt to peek Luna here on the Nomad. They're both sitting at... Oh, no! What just happened? Chuck's just nitroed himself, and things are definitely not going the way you wanted to. Sophia will hop in here, though she does go down by the hands of Andy. He's got 2 more players to contest with the Habana inside of Courtyard, as well as the Nomad outside of Kitchen Window. Diffuser's recovered as Luna hops in, though it'll be Andy to find 1. He's on a double kill so far, but he'll need to make it 3. We've seen Fairy Blade so far find 2 of her own on this round, and so it'll be one of these players to come out on top. Maybe even both. Maybe we'll see a trade come out. Diffuser's recovered. Fairy Blades will begin to put it down, but I don't think Andy, he can get the proper angle. Maybe if he goes prone? No, I don't think he has enough time. He does hit a ton of crucial shots, though. Unfortunately, the Diffuser will go down regardless. Both players on roughly equal health here, and Fairy Blades definitely in the position advantage, holding inside of service. He's going to have to worry about whether or not Jaeger tries to push in from the kitchen door, but the Diffuser being counter-diffused, not something you really need to worry about here, especially with so little time. 17 seconds, and the Habana just continues to hold the angle. Fairy Blades will ultimately find success. A nice clutch there, a nice attempt by the side of the Jaeger, but ultimately he does not find the final kill, and that'll mean SIMPSTATION 3-3 at the half. So now that we see SIMPSTATION pick up the defense, they're going to be heading to Hookah Lounge for their very first sight. It's exactly what we saw for Don't Lose Sight when they picked it up on round number 1. So maybe we're going to be looking at a little bit of a mirror. Hard to say just yet, and we'll really be looking at maybe more round win history. It's hard to say just yet as we get things ready and load in. Oh no, there goes Andy. He's out of here. Unfortunate we've had so many
Attackers need to locate and
mishaps
defuse
so
bombs.
far, but we'll just go on regardless. The rehost is a question. Nope. He'll just play it out here, and it's a 4v5 early. It's hard to say whether or not this will be in effect, but I think going with my gut, definitely it will.
Bomb located by attackers.
So, everybody just getting ready on site, it seems, and we have a little bit of a different strategy than we might normally see from SIMPSTATION. They're playing, it looks like a bottom floor roam. We saw this attempted, at least in some sense, by Don't Lose Sight, and frankly, they were very successful in interpreting it. So that kind of leaves me head scratching as whether or not we'll see them find the same success. Maybe Don't Lose Sight, they've kind of got the idea of how to shut it down early. We've got the roam coming out from Nook's wife just inside of security, so maybe trying to cut them off. They might not even be committing to it. It's hard to say, really. 2 minutes 30, and they're just going to get everything begun. Habana X Kairos shot onto the wall. We'll be looking to maybe see impact or something coming up. Looks like neither of the players inside of office are able to hit the shots necessary to kill their opponent. It'll be the Legion, I think? No, it's actually the Mozzie. Oh, what a shot the head! Clicking on it there will shut down Corson. And that'll be another man added to the pool. It's a 3-on-5. SIMPSTATION definitely in a super strong position to continue to build onto that. Still just waiting for something to happen, and looks like it'll be X Kairos, or excuse me, rather the lifeline shot in here. The Mozzie, he swings again and is able to find another kill. The Nomad hopping down. Nook's wife might be able to find the third, but nope. It'll be Shocks able to land the headshot and finally stop the bleeding here for Don't Lose Sight. It's a 2-on-4. Most of the players for SIMPSTATION are either at 100 health or very near it, and this is definitely going to be difficult, to say the least, for Don't Lose Sight. Got somebody inside of VIP just waiting, given any opportunity. Looks like it'll be a spray fest here between SIMPSTATION and Don't Lose Sight, though the Habana will triumph. Don't Lose Sight, they looked down for the count in that round, though, ultimately making a huge comeback to secure it. What are the odds of that being successful, especially with how dominant the Mozzie looked inside of office? Finally, we'll have all 10 players back, 5 on their respective teams, and hopefully this will be the end of the issues. We'll really just have to get into it and hope for the best. Hookah Lounge will be up next. Repeating the bomb site. Maybe they'll be able to win in this one.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
ATM deployed to the zone. Red squad going up. Swapping mag.
Going up to hookah, taking a look at the lineup from the defense, definitely a strong open.
10 seconds to insertion.
Pest deployed.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Fire.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Pest online. Pest online.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Finish securing the perimeter. Drone hacked. One on the mark.
Setting traces thermotouch. Clear. Position.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Sending message. I am reloading.
Cover your ears. Action time. Ready, impact.
Reload.
Activating drone.
I'm out. Oídos de la
Bomb located by attackers.
Taking point.
Stand by to witness the punch.
Attackers are activating the diffuser.
All right. Well, apparently I was having mic issues for hopefully not the entire course of that previous round, but we're back now. Unfortunately, we missed a good chunk of my analysis, but a flawless round and a dominant showing from Don't Lose Sight as they secure it without dropping a single one of their
Attackers have discovered
players.
the location of a
If
bomb.
they're able to repeat a successive victory like that, we might see them go on to end at 7-3. Though I think SIMPSTATIon, they still got a good chunk of fight left in them. This lineup, the Ash, the Habana, Blackbeard, Nomad, and the Zofia, extremely prevalent in, definitely, aside from maybe the Blackbeard, who has not seen too much in the current meta. Following along with it good. I think having the Blackbeard is kind of the ace up Don't Lose Sight sleeve. You really can't peek a Blackbeard without, you know, kind of trying to go to it once. And even then, I've seen some good clips of Blackbeards flicking. But round number 9, we'll have to wait and see if we've got the cult of personality for Blackbeard in this one. And again, don't lose sight. They're strong, ready to get into the fight. We've got a roamer inside of Sunrise. The barricade will probably alert Corson. In fact, somebody's playing inside there. If they don't properly drone them out, though, I think it might be the Vigil. Nope, Vigil's upstairs. So they're definitely going to drone this player early. And if they don't, I mean, I think that's a clear misstep. Corson will take a serious amount of damage, though he gets the kill anyway, taking down Pika. A good look to get the opening pick here. Corson maybe would have been hoping to take a little bit less damage. They've got the Jaeger at the bottom of Cool Vibe stairs. He's able to collect, shutting down Corsonator, and that's a great kill. Your Ash dead. The refrag, however late it may be, will be there. It's a 4-on-4. The defense, with a little bit of time wasted, might have a chance to claim this round and claw things back. The Vigil will go down, though. Don't lose sight. Able to claim one pick here. That's the man advantage for them. They're able to claim another one, taking out the Legion. We've got somebody playing right outside of Hookah, and actually now inside of Billiards. He could get the trade back, though he's actually going to go down. The Jaeger taken. Will not find success in the gunfight. Don't lose sight. It's a 4-on-1. The odds are not anywhere near Fairy Blades' favor with that PCSG ACOG and not even able to take the one gunfight. Shocks will hit his head. Oh, they actually traded. Wow, okay, so maybe I counted the Goyo out a little bit too early, but ultimately the kill will only pad the stats. Round number 10. Don't lose sight. They're on match point. 6-3 here. They could close it out and find victory. If I'm on SIMPSTATION, I really need to call, things together. We need to figure out what's going wrong and why we're not able to find success in... I think that kind of can be broken down to a good 2 factors. Don't lose sight. They're playing extremely aggressive, and for the most part, it's successful. Corson, he pushes in early through Sunrise Bar, through pool entrance. He's able to find one, though. He does get taken out. But his teammates are not far off in his attempt to take down control of the Sunrise Bar. He completely distracts the rest of the defense, and they're only going to sustain a single man up inside of Hookah, who was eventually, frankly, just taken down. They were able to move in quickly, and I think that's definitely another huge strength. Combining that with the gun skill, as well as what seems like superior teamwork from the side of Don't Lose Sight, whatever plan that they come up with in at least the last couple of rounds, if not, maybe the first few of them, it seems like whatever they do just works.
5 seconds remaining. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Again, it looks like we'll see an aggressive play from the side of Office. It's Jaeger who now rotates deeper into security. Jaeger trying to peek this aggressive, will find a kill. What a headshot there from Zeroni. Hitting it with the 416. That'll be the opening pick going for the side of SIMPSTATION. If they're able to replicate picks like that and awesome displays of gun skill, we might see them come out on top in round number 10. An Ash breaching round will ring out. I think that was inside of Sunrise Bar. KZ will shut down Nook's so your Vigil. One of your key roamers goes down, but so does Fairy Blades, the Cat Can. We talked about the gun skill for Madame Zeroni earlier, but it'll be KZ. He finds 2 in quick succession to put the man advantage back in favor of Don't Lose Sight and the overall advantage for them. Zeroni might pick one, and she actually does. Taking down Shocks, the diffuser is in a very awkward position. Will she find her second, or rather her third, in this engagement? She will not. Corson finding another one, and it's all left up to Luna. All of a sudden, the dying chances of a victory, or rather a tie at all here for the side of SIMPSTATION, are left to the Legion. Though I don't think he's been properly droned out. The diffuser will begin. Andy once again is running in place. So what we've got here effectively a 2v1 won't be successful. Don't lose sight. They are your victors. A 7-3, and what an unfortunate series of events there for Andy. But Corson, he steps up, takes the responsibility of winning it out, and ultimately is successful. Don't lose sight. A 7-3 victory, and in those last couple of rounds, a really good call to form. I think maybe given a little bit more of an opportunity, maybe something like a best of 3, we could have seen SIMPSTATION improve a little bit, get everything under control, though ultimately it won't be this day that they find that victory. And I think, given the standings, this might be SIMPSTATION's first loss. I don't have the exact data on that, but don't lose sight. Definitely going to be a huge win for them, and will definitely seek to improve their overall streak of wins so far. Unfortunately, though, that is all we have for you tonight. Thank you to everyone tuning in to the broadcast. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of an error there in the beginning, but nonetheless, thanks. I hope you enjoyed it. Good night.